100 by 100 in math, you must be wondering of thinking this, is it still possible to score 100 by 100 in maths as few days are left in board exam? Your 17th February is your board exam of maths. So my dear children, let me tell you, yes, this is possible. But it all depends on your mindset, your potential, your hard work and your way of self-study, my dear. I know you guys are studying, you are putting your effort, you are doing hard work, but do you have some strategy and planning that you should apply, that you should execute in these days to score effective marks in your board exam? So my dear, if you are thinking this is not possible, so let me tell you this is possible, because I used to give these tips and tricks, whatever I'm going to tell you in this today's session. I used to give these same tips and tricks every year to my students, and they have proven that it is effective and they have scored good marks. They have scored good marks in their board exam. So my dear, this is possible. You all are doing hard work, but ask yourself, do you have some planning and strategy? You should have some planning and strategy, especially for mathematics, my dear. So this video is going to be very important for you, because in this video I am going to give you some unique and some quality strategies, tips and tricks. By applying that, you guys can make this possible. You all can score 100 by 100 in mathematics. So let's begin this magical session for you all. So these most accurate strategy will be there in this video, my dear, today. So CBSE doesn't cut marks because you don't know the maths. You know the maths, you know everything, you have formula, but the point is that CBSE cut marks because of these reasons also. Look at the reasons. You all are solving the question, you used to do the numerical, you used to do the question in mathematics, but sometime you skip the steps, my dear. You skip the steps. Mathematics is all about steps. If you are following the steps, I will show you some answer sheet of toppers also in this video, my dear, how you should write your answer sheet, how you can make your answer sheet impressive and effective, my dear. That will leave some positive impact on examiner's mind. Don't worry. In this video, I am going to give you complete solution how to write your answer sheet, how you all can make it possible to score 100 by 100 in mathematics. So don't skip the steps, my dear. If the question is from triangle, especially, so if the question is some proof type question from triangle, write down the given information to proof and the formula used, and if you are getting any result, please make sure to keep the result in box form. Highlight the answer, my dear. So don't skip the steps. Okay, formula not written. Sometimes you ignore the formula also, you directly give the answer. I know some student wrote the answer exactly because they used to wrote the answers in mathematics. Come on, yaar, get rid of these kind of thinking. Mathematics, you should solve the question. If you are directly writing the answer, the marks will be deducted. So follow the steps. Formula should be written over there. Everything should be visible over there. So don't skip the formula also. Formula not written. Diagram mistakes. You guys used to draw the incorrect diagram, unsystematic diagram. So diagram should be very neat and clean, my dear. Diagram plays very important role. Diagram mistakes. Calculation slips. Calculation, why the calculation slips? Because you are not preparing, you are not solving the number of questions. If you solve the number of questions, doing the mathematical question will boost up your calculation. If you do the questions, why the teachers suggest you every year throughout the session, go and practice the mathematics. Why? So that you all can improve your mathematics, your calculation skill. By doing the number of questions, your calculation skill improved. So this is the reason why we used to suggest you throughout the session, my dear, go and practice the question to enhance this calculation. So calculation slips may lead your deduction of your marks, my dear. Bad presentation, very important. In mathematics, presentation plays important role. Right, the drawing diagram, if you are drawing the diagram should be very clear, the graph should be neat and clean. So overall neatness is very important in mathematics. So 100 by 100 is about precision, not speed, my dear. So precision and accuracy plays important role. If you are thinking that speed matters in mathematics, so every time speed not, yeah, speed is also plays important role, but every time speed not matters, my dear. Precision and accuracy matters in mathematics. Please let me tell you honestly. Now, second point, rule number 1. What you have to follow in these days till your 16th February, because 17th February is your exam. So chapter-wise selection first. What you guys to do, I usually find this, like when you are solving any chapter and you found like the chapter is difficult and the chapter is, like you seems the chapter is very challenging. You are facing problem and challenges over there. So what you used to do, you skip the chapter and you move ahead to the next chapter, my dear. Don't do this. if the chapter is carrying you and you are facing some challenges over there, come on, write the problems, difficulties you are facing there and try to rectify those mistakes. Instead of switching to the next chapter, instead of moving ahead to the next chapter for your comfortability as per your wish, come on, stop doing this. So prioritize the chapter, which chapter you should value first. So go to the high weightage chapter, my dear. So rule number 1, chapter selection for 100 by 100. So always do the high weightage chapters. If I talk about high weightage chapter, my dear children, so there are few high weightage chapters. So please focus on high weightage chapters. Like if I give you the example, so first example will be trigonometry. Second is pair of linear equations in two variable. Pair of linear equations in two variables. If I talk about third chapter is quadratic equation. Fourth chapter is polynomial. Yes, polynomial is also important. Polynomials. Fifth chapter is basically circle. So see, my dear, these are the most high weighted chapter in mathematics. Right, so instead of making the thing very complex and unsystematic, please go and give importance to the high weighted chapters first and try to practice these chapters first. Yes, go and be the pro of this chapter. If any question may appears from this chapter in board exam, come on, you should have complete confidence to tackle the question. Go and solve the question from this chapter. Okay, now rule number 2, step mark strategy. Yes, in mathematics in CBSE, you guys get step marks in mathematics. So we cannot ignore steps. If you are ignoring the steps, your marks will be deducted. So don't ignore the steps, my dear. So every maths answer must follow these formats. First, given information, we cannot ignore given information. Whatever the information given, write the information first. Formula should be there. Substitution, how you are solving, how you are substitution the methods, formula here and there, and calculation. The calculation should be visible over there, and your final answer should be boxed. Come on, your final answer should be boxed. Look at the example. I have brought up an example of a topper's answer sheet. So this is topper answer sheet. Come on, look at the topper answer sheet, my dear. The overall neatness, come on, yaar, look at the question paper. This is the question, you must have solved this question from circle. The tangent, the opposite tangent, subtend supplementary angles at the center. So this question, maybe this is the topper's question paper. So I don't know the year exactly of this answer sheet, but yeah, I think this is previous year topper's answer sheet, my dear. So look at the overall neatness. The given information the student has mentioned first, then to prove what has to be proved here. To prove is there, and construction, if there is any construction in this, so construction is also mentioned. So look at the step, my dear. This is the method, and this is the procedure the CBSE expects from the topper's answer sheet, my dear. This is the way. So now proof, if you are doing calculation there, and the most important thing, hence proved that angle AOB plus COD is, this is underlined. Look, come on, this is underlined, my dear. So the result is underlined, or you can make the box also. So this is the way. Look at the overall neatness. There is no any rough work, and the quality of diagram, everything is visible. So such answer sheet, if you follow these basic steps, these basic tips and tricks, your answer sheet will be very impressive and impactful. Getting my point? And such answer sheet is being loved by the evaluator mostly, my dear. So look at the overall neatness. This is topper's answer sheet. Okay, now topper's answer sheet, my dear. So I have few more cuts of topper's answer sheet. Look at the graph and see the beauty of the graph. Whenever you are plotting the graph, always use the scale, my dear. Without scale, don't draw the line. Okay, so look at the graph. The scale is mentioned here. X-axis is 1 box equals to 1 unit. Y-axis 1 box equals to 1 unit. So a scale is mentioned here. And look, the straight line graph, every coordinate is clearly visible. And by joining the coordinates, the complete quality straight line is there. There is no lagging in a straight line, my dear. And information is given here. If this line is having having the equation, so equation is also written here. This line is of equation 3x minus y plus 2, and if this line is there, so equation is mentioned here, 3x plus y plus 4 equals to 0. So these are the basics point, my dear. Whenever you are writing, solving the question, this question is basically of solve the pair of linear equation in two variable from graphical method. So look, the point at which both the lines intersect will give you the solution, my dear. So student can directly get the result here. This point will give you the solution of the pair of linear equation. If you draw the lines accurately, you can directly get the result accurately. So it depends on your patience, on your calmness, on your thinking, my dear. How you guys, so don't be in such hurry, my dear. You have lot of time to execute, so stay calm, and whatever you are writing the solution, if you are solving the question number 12, give your best in question number 12. Don't think about question number 13, 14, 15, so many questions are left. Come on, your precision and accuracy should be there. Okay, now look, these are the MCQ question. How the student has written the MCQ's answer. Only option is there. You can also write the answer and option only, and if you want to write the answer in words, you can write the answer in words. Look at the answer in words, my dear. So don't do any rough work. There is no rough work, my dear. No rough work. No rough work. Wow. So what you used to do in your exam, you guys used to do rough work aside of the MCQ. Don't make the first sheet is very uncluttered, my dear. Don't do this, because this is your first section. A is there, so the first impression should be very impressive, my dear. So if you are writing the if you are writing the answer of MCQ question, so never do any rough work aside of the answers, my dear. Always do the rough work on any other page, at the last page, and after getting the result, only write the right option here, correct option, with the options in words also. So look, my dear, this is the toppers answer sheet, how the toppers write their answer sheet and how they used to leave positive impression on examiner's mind, my dear. This is the way, this is the logic. Now rule number 3 is presentation give you free marks, my dear. Yes, in mathematics it plays very important role. Presentation is everything. Presentation alone decides whether you score 94 or 92. So no ruler of graph. So I have already told you, whenever you are drawing the graph, don't draw the line just using only pen. Whenever you are drawing the line, please use the ruler. Without ruler, don't draw the graph, because the graph will be very dirty and uncluttered, my dear. So whenever you are drawing the graph and doing any geometrical work over there, so always use ruler, right? Draw diagram big and clean. Yes, the diagram should be very big and clean, my dear. Diagram must be big and clean. Look here, look at the diagram. Neat and clean diagram is there. Every parameter is visible. Every coordinate, every tangent, every point, center, angle, everything is visible. So don't negotiate, okay, in drawing the diagram. The diagram should be big and clean, my dear. Don't draw the small diagram. That will lead to deduction in your marks, my dear. Okay, so whenever you are drawing the diagram, always the diagram must be big and clean, my dear. Big and clean, my dear. Big and clean, my dear. Like if you are drawing the diagram of, a hemisphere is surmounted by a cone. Come on, don't draw the diagram this way. Some students do this. If I ask you honestly, in these two diagrams, which diagram is more impressive? If you mark the radius here, radius, this is the height of cone, this is slant height of the cone, everything will be visible. But if you draw the dimensions here, h, l, the thing will be very uncluttered. If you apply the Pythagoras, so look, very uncluttered diagram. This is very unsystematic diagram. Nothing will be clearly visible over there. So if you draw the big diagram and clean diagram, the dimension will be clearly visible. If I mark here 90 degree, so right angle triangle is clearly visible. So whenever you are drawing the diagram, please don't negotiate with the diagram. Don't compromise with the diagram. Right? The diagram should be big and clean. Label clearly. Yes, labeling here. Look at the label. H is there, L is there, R is there. And if you are doing any question like some application of trigonometry, a man is standing on a building, and this man is observing a ball here, and the angle of elevation is 30 degree. Let's say this angle of elevation is 30 degree. So the height, what will be the height of building if the ball is at 40 meter away from the tower? If this question is this form, so every h, 40 meter, 30 degree, every information should be visible there. So leveling is also important, my dear. So level clearly. One step per line. Yes, one step per line. Don't intermix the two steps in single line. No overwriting, don't use overwriting, because overwriting leaves very negative impact on examiner's mind. So don't do this. Overwriting, please avoid overwriting, please, my dear. And box final answer. Yes, I will give huge priority to this line. I believe this part is very important. Box final answer. Whatever the answer you are getting there, please keep the answer in box. That answer must be visible, clearly visible to this examiner. Okay, now look, this is the example here. I have bring a cut of answer sheet. Again, this is graph, my dear. I hope this is visible to you all. So the straight line is there, everything is there clearly, and look, the diagram is big. Every unit, scale and everything is visible, right? So this is topper answer sheet, and examiner should feel this student knows maths. Yes, your presentation, your calculation, your steps, your diagram, your overall neatness of answer sheet will be, make fall the examiner like to think this student knows mathematics, and this feeling will give you the marks. So try to make them fall in love with your answer sheet, my dear, the examiner's mind. So this is all about your presentation will decide. Rule number 4, eliminate silly mistakes. Yes, my dear. And how you guys can eliminate silly mistake in examination hall? If you practice today, my dear. Your today practice, your today's effort will lead to this. You will not make any silly mistake over there in your exam, my dear. If you practice today, but if you don't practice today, if you feel, if you are wasting your time just thinking, overthinking, and you're thinking I'm overloaded with stress, I'm depressed, I don't have caliber to prepare, my friend is studying but I'm not able to study, I'm not having such potential and all. Don't think like this, my dear. These are negative thinking that will decline your graph, that will, leads to bad performance in your board exam, my dear. So don't think like this. Don't compare your potential from your friends. You are awesome, you have quality, you have potential. You just need to follow some planning, strategy and practice, my dear. This is all about, right? So to eliminate the silly mistakes, come on, do and start your practice from today onwards. Silly mistakes are the biggest enemy. Yes, my dear, biggest enemy. This is common killers. Sign error, you are not writing the sign and all. Table mistakes, if you are making the table, you have just made some mistake over there, so overall answer will be incorrect. Formula confusion, if the question is asking the curved surface area of hemisphere, usually I found so many students found difficulty to memorize the curved surface area and total surface area of hemisphere. So my dear, if I talk about total surface area of hemisphere, right, and curved surface area of hemisphere, so many students are still confused in these two formula. My dear, total surface area of hemisphere is 3 pi r square and the curved surface area of hemisphere is 2 pi r square. So don't confuse. If the question is asking to calculate total surface area of hemisphere, always you will have to use this formula, my dear, this formula, 3 pi r square, and for curved surface area 2 pi r square, because in hemisphere, if we talk about curved surface area, only this area is considered. But if we talk about total surface area, then this circle will also be counted. This circle will also included. So the curved surface area of this part, is pi r square, 2 pi r square, and the surface area of this circle is pi r square. So total surface area will become 2 pi r plus pi r square, 3 pi r square. But curved surface area only this, which is 2 pi r square. So formula confusion, come on, remove this confusion from yourself, my dear. Please, formula confusion should not be there, because you are so close to your board exam. Missing units, yes, my dear. If you are finding, like the question is word problem question from quadratic equation to find out the speed of the aeroplane. There are so many questions in your NCERT and you must be prepared. You must be have solved the question of, speed based question. So if you are doing the question of aeroplane speed based and your answer is coming 10. So please make sure to write the units also, 10 km per hour. Or if the speed is in meter per second, so please write down the units also there. Please always make sure to write down the units. Please don't ignore the units. The examiner will deduct your marks if you have missed the units there. So unit also plays important role, right? So missing units may lead to your deduction in marks, my dear. Wrong value substitution. Wrong value. This is the blunder, my dear. Few students do such mistakes. Wrong value means if the curved surface, the radius of the hemisphere is 2 centimeter, my dear, and I'm asking to find out the curved surface area. curved surface area. Now pi, and you are putting 3 square. The radius is given 2 centimeter. How you guys can put 3 square? Come on, you cannot. The radius, so this is wrong value substitution. And if you do such mistakes, this is blunder, my dear. This is big blunder, my dear. So whenever you are doing question in mathematics, please stay alert, stay awake, then solve question, and stay calm. Very important thing is calm. Don't produce hype in your mind. Don't be in such hurry. Stay calm, stay consistent, and solve the questions. Right, now the most important thing, time management, my dear. For 100 by, if you are dreaming to score 100 by 100, the time management is also important. Time management. Top scorers don't rush, they control time, my dear. They control time. If any question you guys can do just in 1 minute, or after just watching to the question, you can answer the correct answer. You can tick the answer. Come on, go. Yes, tick the answer, my dear. If you don't require to solve the question, you know the answer, you are confident, go and tick the answer. So time management. So when you got your question paper in your examination hall, so what should be your strategy in examination hall? I'm your maths teacher, so this is my responsibility to give you complete strategy from today to your examination hall. So that's why I have brought up these points also, my dear, because you all are very important. You all are connected to me, and I'm connected to you all. So this is the responsibility of a maths teacher, your Sonu sir. That's why I have brought up these points also. So whenever you got your question paper in your board exam, in examination hall, then what should be your approach? What should be your strategy? How you should solve the question paper? So these are the tips and tricks, my dear. So in first 15 minutes, and what you have to do, read question paper. Go thoroughly the question paper from question number 1 to question number 34, 35, whatever is there, the last question. Don't create hype in your mind. Don't be in hurry. Don't feel scary. Don't be afraid, my dear. Stay calm and read the question paper calmly till the end, my dear. Go through the question paper roughly. Right. Mark easy question. Yes, my dear. This is very important. Mark easy question. Yes, my dear. The question which seems to be easy for you, you have already solved, and your Sonu sir has helped you in such questions. So mark all the questions. The question which seems to be easy for you all. Right. So mark easy question. Now in next 2.5 hours, what you have to do, solve the question in 3 rounds. The most easy question, solve the question which is confident to you, write the question number, write the section, and solve the question, my dear. So solve first the question which is confident to you, which is easy for you, that you feel, yes, this question I can solve this first. This is very easy. I can get the result comfortably of this question. So go through those questions first, right? So solve, then moderate question, then the tougher one, which seems challenging. You need to be think in that question. You have to go through depth in concept and all. You have to think about the question and the answer. So you should attempt such question in the last, my dear. So solve in 3 rounds. In last 15 minutes, so I hope this is clear. In last 15 minutes, what you have to do, only checking. You have written, you have solved the questions. Now go through question number 1 to last question. How you have solved, is the correct answer is boxed or not, is the step is followed or not. If something is missing, that you can rectify those mistakes. So in last 15 minutes, only checking. You have to do only checking. You have to go through the solution, your answer sheet, from first page to the last page. Never get stuck in one question. Most of the students usually do. I don't know why, my dear. If any question is, you feel difficult, you are not getting, you have solved so many times, you have tried twice and thrice the question, but still you are not getting the correct answer. That question is, producing difficulty to you. You feel the question is very difficult, like I'm not getting correct answer, I don't know what's happening there. Come on, don't depend on that question, because if you depend on that particular question, you may skip the question which is comfortable for you, and you will be feeling regretting. Your time will be over, and the examiner will ask you for the answer sheet to give the answer sheet after 3 hours, right? So you will be feeling regretting. It happens with most of the student every year, my dear. So don't depend on one question. If you're not getting the answer, please encircle the question. You can attempt later on. You can reattempt later on after doing the questions which is comfortable to you. Please move to the next question ahead. Don't depend on one question, please. And because of this, you may leave, your question which will be comfortable to you, you may leave that question. That question might be left in the exam, my dear. So don't do this. Never get stuck on one question, my dear. And rule number 6 is PYQ and simple paper. So in these days, you don't need 20 papers. Don't do so many simple papers and all. Don't, because that will, utilize your so much of time. So do 5 to 7 quality simple papers. Yeah, from today to your 16th February, come on, 5 to quality simple papers in one sitting, my dear. Solve one question paper a day, and by alternate day, applying alternate days theory, you can do the next simple paper. So solve 5 to 7 quality simple papers, and after doing 5 to 7 quality simple papers, please focus on PYQ, last 10-year PYQ, last 10 years PYQ, important questions will be there. So please focus, and focus on repeated question. Please focus on most repeated pattern, same type, frequently asked graph. CBSE repeats logic, not exact question. If you may thinking like that exact question will come, the question will not be exactly same, but the overall approach, everything will be same. The question will be new, but the logic will be same. Logic will be same, my dear. The question will be a bit different from the previous one, but the logic will be same. So this is all about CBSE repeats logic, not exact question. Rule number 7, exam day mindset. How your mindset, what your mindset should be, how your mindset should be on examination day. I know the examination day is stressful and overloaded. You may be tensed on that day. It happens, because we also have been like you once. So it happens with the student, because exam day is most stressful day for the student. I know it happens. So the final truth is, if you panic, mistake increase. I know you will be panicked. It happens, but my dear, please control yourself. Don't panic. If you study hard, if you studied hard, if you did hard work, if you are fully prepared, if you are confident, you don't need to be panic, my dear. Every question will be from your syllabus. If you will be panic, mistakes will be there. There will be huge possibilities to make mistakes from you all. So don't be panic, because it may lead to your mistakes increases in your exam, my dear. So don't be panic, please, my dear. Don't panic. It makes increases in mistakes. If you stay calm, this is the point that toppers follow, my dear. This is the point. This is the point. The second point, usually toppers follow. Toppers point. I can say this is toppers point. The second point, toppers point. If you stay calm, accuracy increases. I know this is very challenging to do, very difficult to execute in your body, in your mind. How, sir? How we can stay calm on examination? Sir, this is exam. This is all about result. One day the result will be declared. We'll be answerable in front of our parents and teachers. Sir, how we can stay calm? I know this is challenging, but you have to do. You are human being. You have control and coordination system, and toppers also do. So you all can also do, my dear. So if you stay calm, the accuracy increases, my dear. Your accuracy will increases. Yes, there will be less chances to make mistakes in your exam. So you have to be very calm. Your calmness must be on peak, my dear. Okay, attempt question, you are confident, I have already told you. So please go and mark the question which is confident first, and attempt all those questions. Leave tough ones for later. I have already told you, if any question you seems is tough, difficult, please leave the question and you can attempt later. Trust your preparation. Yes, my dear, trust your preparation. And I want to mention one more word, trust in your potential. Trust in your potential, trust in you, my dear. If you have prepared well, if you are fully confident, nothing will be there. Every question will be from your syllabus and from your book, my dear. Right? So trust in your preparation and trust in your potential. And to make your preparation, I'll be coming with so many live sessions till 17 February, my dear. If you want to get complete mathematics revision, so I'll be coming with live sessions. I have already did one live session yesterday of trigonometry, the quality trigonometry. If you have missed the trigonometry video, go and watch the trigonometry. I have just solved a very lengthy and quality question from trigonometry, very tough questions, I can say. You haven't seen such question on any channel, on any particular platform, my dear. the question that I have been solved yesterday, my dear. Go and watch the live session. And yes, my dear, a very good news for you all. I'll be coming with live session, one short revision of particular chapter. Like if you are facing problem in quadratic, arithmetic, pair of linear equation, in word problem type of question, every academic solution of mathematics I'm going to provide you till your examination, till your 17th February. So stay connected with us, keep coming on this channel and follow my videos and follow your Sonu sir. So confidence plus clarity will give you 100 by 100. Don't panic, don't be afraid, don't worry, don't feel the question will be out of your syllabus. Every question will be from your syllabus, my dear. So last, thank you so much. And this line is especially for you all, my dear warrior, my dear class 10th champions. Look at the line. Tomorrow is not about proving yourself to others. It's about trusting yourself, my dear. So trust yourself, believe in yourself, don't judge your potential from anyone, don't compare your potential from anyone. You should prove yourself and you have to just look into yourself, what potential you have, right? Believe in yourself and you all can conquer it, you all can do it. You have that potential, my dear, you have that spark. So thank you so much for watching this video and stay connected with this. Take care of yourself and take care of your parents as well. Bye-bye everyone.